You owe me. Jennifer Lopez demands Ben Affleck does this one outrageous thing for her. It's been a rocky few months for Jennifer Lopez following the flop of her much-anticipated comeback tour, which led to her being ditched by her record label and struggling to shift tickets for her upcoming Las Vegas residency. All, of course, just months after her happy ever after with Ben Affleck fell apart, resulting in their official divorce in January. But this month, the bounce-back queen has returned to doing what she does best, taking center stage as she relishes in the limelight of promoting her upcoming movie, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, which is drum roll please produced by Ben and his BFF Matt Damon. And while she's of course been prepped to create a buzz over her upcoming film release, which hits screens next week on October 10th, J.Lo, 56, characteristically didn't hold back when it came to taking a not-so-subtle dig at her latest ex-husband. Opening up about their divorce after 2 years of marriage during an interview with CBS Sunday Morning, J.Lo described it as the best thing that ever happened to me, adding, "It changed me." However, while the exes have not been publicly seen together since last September, a month after J.Lo filed for divorce, the pair have now awkwardly been thrown back together as they promote their film. And before they say their final goodbyes, a source tells us that J.Lo wants one more huge favor from Ben, his help in getting her hands on an Oscar. The insider says, it's no secret that winning an Oscar is the biggest ambition of her career and, being his film too, she strongly feels Ben should help her. As far as she's concerned, Ben owes her this, after the way their marriage ended. She was so humiliated by the divorce, he completely betrayed her, and she thinks she should be jumping at the chance to make it up to her. He could help her finally get the Oscar she's always wanted. It would be a way for him to redeem himself and prove he respects her talents, even if their marriage didn't work out. J.Lo plays musical legend Ingrid Luna in the most recent film adaptation of Kiss of the Spider-Woman, with early reviews describing her performance as dazzling. And it was revealed last week that J.Lo and her team will campaign for her to be included in the Best Supporting Actress category when the prestigious Academy Awards return next March. However, Ben's resting B** face has famously earned him the title of being the king of celebrity memes, with one social media user describing his expressions as the embodiment of male misery. In contrast, the Gone Girl star, 53, has described J.Lo's love of publicity as similar to how a ship captain loves the water. Now the source says Ben's reaction to the suggestion of an all-singing, all-dancing promotional PDA with his ex is akin to throwing himself overboard. Under any other circumstances, he'd throw himself into helping her land this prize by doing a big PR push, doing joint interviews and red carpets, and promoting the heck out of it any way possible, the insider says. But as you can imagine, Ben has zero interest in doing that. They add, they call the lead up to the Oscars a campaign, because people really do campaign to win, but he hates that side of the business, and right now he's doing pretty much everything he can to avoid being in the same room as J.Lo, so it's a huge nightmare for him. Matt is begging him to just suck it up and play along for all their sakes, but Ben is digging in his heels. It's a mess. With an estimated $400 million fortune and a slew of huge accolades under her belt, there is no denying that J.Lo has serious pulling power within the music industry. However, when it comes to Hollywood, Ben's reputation ultimately comes up trumps after the actor won an Oscar, 2 BAFTAs, and a Golden Globe for 2012 political thriller, Argo, which he impressively both directed and starred in. Meanwhile, the former couple first met on the set of Geely back in 2002 and starred in 2004's Jersey Girl together, both movies that were so widely panned by critics they received and won several nominations at the Golden Raspberry Awards. But the source says that after missing out on an Oscar following the buzz over her 2019 movie, Hustlers, J.Lo is determined to receive a nomination and hopes to win this year as a show of ultimate redemption. Now the source explains, Ben has a lot of clout in Hollywood. He's won an Oscar, he's campaigned successfully before, and she wants him to throw his weight behind her. It doesn't seem a lot to ask, considering this is his movie too. But Ben is not making it easy. He's dodging her calls, and he's let it be known that he wants to take a back seat when it comes to publicity. Now the source says that while Matt, who is both Ben's best friend and business partner in their company, Artists Equity, is stuck in a game of producer in the middle as he promotes their film alongside J.Lo. Ben is adamant that he won't be turned into a PR spectacle. J.Lo isn't letting go, and she's leaning on Matt to intervene, so now he's stuck being the go-between all over again, the insider says. He'd love for Ben to at least do a few events with her to keep the peace, but Ben hates the idea of people reading into it. He knows any shots of them together are going to go viral and spawn all sorts of theories. It's the opposite for J.Lo, who is obsessed with publicity. The more headlines, the better. Plus, she loves it when they get photographed together. She always has, and she's convinced having Ben by her side would make Oscars voters take her more seriously. Alongside their movie, J.Lo and Ben's mega mansion in LA has been referred to as the white elephant in their marriage as they continue to struggle to sell it after listing it last year for $68 million before being forced to remove it from the market over the summer after lowering the price to $59.5 million. We recently reported that while J.Lo is playing hardball and refusing to sell at a lower price, Ben wants to cut their losses and finally move on, something the source says J.Lo could now consider if Ben is mutually happy to help with her Oscars bid. They still have their house to sell, and it's no secret he wants to take a huge loss on it just to get rid of the place, the insider says. She's been refusing, but if he agrees to play ball with her on this Oscar campaign, it's very plausible that she'd be willing to give him what he wants and lower the price. She can earn more money, but she's convinced this might be her only real shot at the statue, and in her mind, it really hinges on